More than 85% of the employees are feeling that they are in a conflict. Most of the companies are facing this issue. Globally, as per statistics, $360 billion are wasted every year because of conflict. Every employee spends around 2.8 hours per week. He or she is spending 2.8 hours per week. That literally amounts to 3 to 4 hours of work duration. Every rupee which is lost the last week, last month, it is because of your nice boss attitude, good boss attitude. You're not realizing that you're becoming a victim of empathy tax. You're not realizing that conflict is nothing but information friction. It is an information friction. What we are feeling, conflict is a problem. It is not at all a problem. It is nothing but information friction. Nearly 37% of the employees feel that my conflict is addressed. Other 47% of the employees are feeling it is not addressed. So the chances of them leaving the organizations are increasing. One thing which you are supposed to keep in mind is that whenever conflict happens, whenever conflict happens, you're losing the respect. When you lose the respect, automatically you lose decision. When you lose the respect, when you lose the decision, after that, what you will lose? You lose high performing employees. You're losing high performing employees. Respect decision employees. Billions of dollars are lost. Lakhs together, crores of rupees are lost because of nice boss attitude, good boss attitude. You don't want to become a villain in the organization. You don't want to give out that tough manager outlook. Because of this information friction, it is creating a huge void with the organization and the employees. You're not realizing this. A leader will always try seeing how everything is interconnected. Many leaders, what they're doing, even if you are a leader at a manager scales, if you're a leader at a manager scale, or a director scale, or at a VP scale, or you're running an organization, a startup. So you need to manage this. Everybody needs to be managed. Even if you're a teacher, even if you're a A manager, even if you're the VP, you're the owner, everybody needs to be managed. We are not realizing this. Leadership comes up with a strong note or a quote called lead. You're supposed to lead people. You're not supposed to become a sponge. Your empathy is spoiling. Your empathy is spoiling. You're not realizing that. It is such a crucial thing. You you need to start becoming a compass. When you become a compass, automatically, automatically, you'll become a better leader. You'll start gaining the respect. You'll start making a strong call. You'll start retaining the company's employees or organization's employees. Because of conflict, as per statistics, 36% of the managers are only able to face the conflict. Other 67% or 64% of the managers are avoiding because of that good boss image. How many times you have been that manager? How many times you have been that person have done that? Realize it. Think about it. Many a times, without us realizing, we are becoming a victim for our own decisions to become more nicer. I'm not telling you're supposed to become shrewd or strict or even um, I would even say that not become so cynical. I just want you to start facing these things. Are you that leader who is avoiding the conflict? Are you avoiding that conflict? Tell me. You can also chat in the box. Have you been that leader? Tell me how many times you have felt that. Why? Why Elon Musk or how Elon Musk or why Elon Musk happens to copy Domino's to build Tesla. Why did Elon Musk spoke with a senior VP to copy Domino's? Was he a compass? Is he a sponge? Is Elon Musk a sponge? No. He has taken a derivative of he wanted to become that compass where he can start directing people to gain more and more results. When he spoke with his senior VP, I'll tell you what happened. Elon Musk spoke with his senior VP of digital transformation, like app building team. He told how many steps are there currently to book a Tesla car. The VP told it's around 40 steps or 40 to 60 steps. So then Elon Musk asked, how many steps are there to buy pizza from Domino's? Senior VP told it is only 10 steps. So what does it mean? 10 steps means you're avoiding all the unnecessary communication. When you build extra step means you're building invisible steps to avoid that conflict. 40 steps, the user experience or the user interface has so much of data that it is just dumped on site. So he told that to the senior VP, make it 10. Just copy Domino's. Just copy Domino's. So eventually, the senior VP copied Domino's and made a 10-step Tesla booking app. It is such a difference, big difference. I always say, how many times you have faced this issue? You tell me. In your organization, in your office, you're facing this conflict a lot. This is how actually the leadership also breaks if you're not having a proper architecture. Man, this is the uncertainty. If you're not communicating, you're not able to become. This is uncertainty. This is outcome. This is boundaries. This is velocity. So this is the framework you're supposed to worry about. We are not realizing that move technique is the foundational technique or the architectural technique to achieve anything and everything. So move technique stands for manage the uncertainty or the decision. O, O for owning the outcome, owning the results, accountability. V stands for validating the boundaries. V stands for validating the boundaries. E stands for executive. Execute with velocity. How many times have you done this? You tell me. We are all facing multiple challenges in our life, workplace. Move technique will start giving you a bigger change. This conflict management is very much important. When you are having a meeting with your reportees or the people whom you're working with, information friction creates too much of void. Them not voicing out, if they are having an argument with you, it is so much okay. It is very much okay. Because the information friction is expanding. The conflict is nothing but it's. Where do I write? I will write it here. Thermal expansion of high performing employees. So when a high performing employee, he or she is having lots of doubts, queries, say, confusions. He or she is making an attempt to speak with you, or you have made an attempt to speak with the party. That is so good. Otherwise, it becomes such a big problem. So you need to just realize this: sponge versus compass. Well, this is how the architecture also will, leadership architecture will also start facing an issue. Right? Right. This is how it starts becoming an issue. So I think now we are cool. So many a times we are not realizing this. We'll start losing respect when we start becoming more and more observant. We start absorbing more and more teams conflict. If you don't address it, you're being a sponge. You're not making a hard conversation. If you're not going to make a hard conversation, it becomes tough to take tough decisions. Any organizations for that matter, it is so vital. Us not understanding, us not realizing this, it is a big issue. I'll give you a situation now. You tell me what you will do in this situation. This is a classic case study. What you will do in this situation? An employee, a high performing employee, he happens to he happens to have a tough time. You spoke something, you were so nice to him, or you were so good to him. Okay, you happen to speak with the person, you're so politely speaking with the person. Then he found that something is not working out. He put on the paper that very next week. He was so good at his job, you were so nice to him also. What was the issue? Why that employee left? Why that employee left? You tell me. No, you conducting multiple meetings, is it becoming more of a hard choice, or you are being too polite? You're so good to him. No, why that employee left? Why that employee left? This case study just shows employees leave organizations because they're not being challenged. Employees leave organizations when they don't feel that they have a leader to follow. They were okay at the time of recruitment. They were okay at the time of getting hired, but it is not happening. Just feel that your employee left you because you are not giving in a right direction. You're not making the things very much clear. As I mentioned, if you are a person who is avoiding a conflict, you're losing the respect. Eventually, you'll lose the decisions. You can't speak with them. The third thing is that you'll start losing the retention of these high performing employees. So this This is such a harsh truth. I'll give you one more case study. I'll give you one more case study. What has happened? This is one of the biggest MNCs. This is one of the biggest MNCs. So there was a project. There was a project. It was a team size of 20. It was a team size of 20. When they have spoken, when they have spoken, when they have had a meeting, the meeting got over within 5 minutes. Then eventually, in this team, in this team, many of them started finding lack of direction. It started brewing too much of problems. You tell me, what was the issue? What was the issue which caused this? Why? Why they were not able to continue? Why they didn't continue? Why? Because the information friction started hitting them like this. You're also the same person who is navigating all these etc things. Information friction is real. Your sponge behavior is real, means you are not addressing the conflict. You are losing the respect. You are losing the decision. You are losing the employees. Eventually, you lose the trust. It just comes down to your decision integrity. Your architecture is leaking. You're not realizing that. You're sailing on a boat which is becoming more of a faulty boat. You have not realized this. Many of you will think the same. It is, I'm leading a team, they're happy with me. No, they're not happy with you. Do you know for 100% they're so much happy with you? They're just sailing for the time being. I'll tell you a story of one of my Navy friend. One day what happened? One day what happened? In Navy, also as they're also in Navy, there are like multiple challenges. The place, the environment, everything. He happens to speak with one of his subordinates. They have given him a project, so he happens to convey the same thing, the transfer of data and everything. He gave directions and everything. Then, as he was leading close to about 40 to 50 odd members, there were few confusions which happened. So now what happened? He called them, he called everybody, started addressing the information friction. This thermal expansion of high performing employees will start leading to multiple issues. I'll give you a classical example of Apple. What happened with Apple? Apple, one of the main issues that why Steve Jobs is not regarded as the best of the best leaders. Why Andy Grove? Why Charlie Munger? They've been treated like the best of the best leaders. Steve Jobs, his high Steve Jobs has always been that one leader, had multiple conflicts with his team. But in spite of that, how he was able to come out so successful? We are not realizing this fact. Why he was able to do that? You tell me, one of the participants who has joined, you tell me how many times you have been in that situation. As he told, he will speak with each and every one of them who had that issue of is it a developmental issue? Is it is it a marketing issue? He used to speak with every member of every team whosoever had an issue. It is so vital. It is such a vital thing. We are not realizing that. Address the conflict. Steve had always been that one person who had directed people, led people across the verticals. Why Steve Wozniak is not regarded as the torchbearer? Because Steve Jobs was the face of Apple. You might be leading an organization, you might be leading an office, you might be leading a company, a startup, whatnot. It is so important you addressing the conflict. Conflict management is so vital. Many of the times, you being a leader, you're just simply pushing, you're simply shooting the directions, and sometimes you shouting at people, you speaking with people about different issues is not yielding you any result. They perceive they perceive that as one more random day. You not gaining that respect is a big zero, because you're not realizing ultimately you're giving thought to your empathy tax. If you are becoming a compass, you can start driving the results. You can start gaining the trust. You can start gaining the respect. You can start taking a right decision. Eventually, you can start make sure that organization sails in the right direction. Start realizing that is so vital. You're not realizing that is it is not an emotional point. Conflict is not an emotional point. It's an architecture leak. As I always say, leadership is not about what others feel. It is the architecture of decisions you have taken while they were watching you. While they were watching you. So that important it is. This is a staggering number. You tell me the person who has joined now, how many times you have been in a conflict? How many times you have been in a conflict? You can just voice out through text also. Chat. Conflict is such a reality. The staggering numbers will shock you. Companies are losing billions of rupees, like in the order of 300 to 400 billion dollars per year, just because of conflict. The managers are not driving that. As I told, there is one more staggering factor. Only 30% of the conflicts are getting solved. Another 65, 60 to 60% odd conflicts are just not even addressed, because the manager, the director, the VP, they all feel it's okay, they'll get through. No, you're leaving every single chain to move. It will not yield you a good result. Address this issue. It is high time. It is a high time. Conflict is real. You not managing is also real. It is such an architecture leak. So always, how to overcome this? Facing it. We are not thinking through. We are not even realizing it. Build the architecture. The company, the employees are not seeing your vision. That is also information friction. You not making them to see that vision is also a friction. You tell me, the person who has joined, how many times you have faced this conflict issue? How many times have you had that issue of information friction? How many times you have dealt with it? You're not. You're not opining. You're not openly telling to people. You probably a teacher, you probably a vendor, you might be a customer, you might be one person, etc. We are thinking it is such a strong word. You tell me, the person who has joined, how many times you have been in that tough situation of conflict? You tell me. Conflict. I'll type conflict. You just mention any of your issue. I'll try to resolve it. Conflict is such an important topic. In our organizations, we are being conflicted. We are not addressing with people. It is high time everybody, even if you are a teacher, you're a startup founder, you are a manager, a VP, a director, a joint director, anything, any organizations for that matter, you are feeling that they already know that. How? You're not realizing that. You are becoming a victim of your own empathy hacks. Empathy is making you directionless. They will understand me. No. If there is a friction, it is your job, it is your duty to start addressing that. Nobody knows what to do. They don't know. They are in a high frictional environment. As I say always, leadership is about the decisions, what you have made while they were watching you. Think about it. This is how the architecture will start leaking. How there were multiple disturbances. There will be multiple disturbances across you. People are there to drag you. It is not happening. Multiple disturbances and the team's chaos, team's emotion. It is not that. You need to start thriving the company's results, organization's motive.